how to illustrate the income.
Okay. Yeah. No, absolutely.
All right. Thank
By
you.
the way, Zach, Don is our EVC and he's based from Las Vegas.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good.
Good. Good to have you here. Thanks for letting me be on, man.
Absolutely.
How's the weather down there or over there?
Oh,
Not
man.
down there.
I still like California.
Yeah. I'm here in Des Moines, Iowa. So,
Oh, hey.
yeah, I know I happen to Monday night's we have a work golf league, so I apologize for my golf attire. But I happen to just kind of get back to be able to hop on here with you guys. So
How'd you do?
Not bad, not great. Finished on 9-6 over, and that was with a double bogey and a couple bogeys. So I did all right, But
not bad.
yeah, it was a better day than normal. Sometimes I usually don't shoot that well at all. I got to be honest.
That's more for fun.
It is.
Not
it really
competitive golf, just for fun.
I'm with you, man. Absolutely.
All right, so let's give them 1 more minute. We're just texting the.
No, you're okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you at right now, Zach? I forgot. I didn't.
I'm in Des Moines, Iowa. So I'm here. I'm at the home office area. So middle America.
There's everyone. Let's help each other to test our teammates, please. I promised 50 agents. We're only halfway.
That's okay. No, don't worry about it. Let them hop on. We're all right.
Okay, annuity training.
We're checking in a ito. Nagbabay. Hindi ko tumubo.
I think we have 25. We're halfway.
Okay.
Oh, it's muted. It's muted. You guys are muted. Why don't you use your audio, Lisel? Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lizelle Camanag, and greetings from Long Beach Financial Center. So yes, Zach, thank you for training us tonight. But again, my name is Lizelle Camanag, and I'm EMD. And our CEO, our EVC is London from Las Vegas. But we are all here. Agents and potential clients are also on. We invited, potential clients. But we are all over from US. We have teammates from Washington. We have teammates from California, from Nevada, from Houston, and where else? Colorado.
Arizona.
So, where else? Did I miss? New Mexico. And there's a lot of people who's coming from different states. But yes, just to have a recap from last week. Okay, thanks to Grant Smith who teach us about the Athene accumulation product. And if you guys remember, we learned how to accumulate our money. And our training from last week is all about accumulation or growing the money. And this time, thank you to Zach Brown, based from Ohio, who's gonna teach us about Iowa pala.
It's all right.
Only you, man. Okay.
Midwest is Midwest. It's okay. Yeah, we're in the Midwest. We're all in the Midwest.
for teaching us about income. Okay. We hope to learn about the concept of annuity. We hope to learn about the market. We hope to learn how to approach our potential clients, and of course to see the illustration. And thank you, Zach. And I want to request for you to introduce yourself, because sorry, I didn't have the chance to get your background. So take it away, Zach. Thank you.
Yeah, hey, no worries at all. I know y'all are quite busy, as we all are. That's a good thing to do. But no, yes, I am very excited to be here in front of you all. I know you got to have a little time with my external partner, Grant Smith, last week. The thing I do want to just kind of point out, like, him and I are your team. So here at Athene, we're, maybe other carriers do have, some people may ask, are you my IW? Are you my external? Because they have different zones or territories. But me and Grant, we cover nationwide, countrywide there. And the good thing about it too, people ask how or why we do that, because we always want to, we want to put more money into these products and solutions. So it makes it easier for you, all as financial professionals, to be able to really service your clients and give them what we like to say here at Athene is retire and retire remarkably. But yes, a little background about me. So I don't know if you guys know, a little bit before Athene, there was a insurance company called Aviva, and Athene purchased Aviva. That's one of their bigger, purchases to kind of get where we're at now. And they relocated me from Kansas up here to Iowa. And so with that means I have worn a lot of hats. I've got to really watch this growth and really see where Athene's gone. I mean, we're issuing more money now daily than when I think first came up here that we had issue in maybe 2 or 3 months. So it's been a nice fast trajectory. But, I would just like to bring that up because with that, I've been here about 9 years, worn a lot of hats. So with me and Grant, you have a lot of, I know we're your sales gurus, but I know a lot of people in the operations area. So if you guys ever have any hiccups, anything going on, you give us a ring, let us know. We'll be happy to help in any way. I know sometimes I may get my hand slapped a little, but I can at least try to help push it over there for you. But that is a little bit about me. Yeah, I am a senior business development wholesaler here. Been up here for about 3 years, and we're lucky to be in front of you guys and have you guys as a team. So let's jump right in. And like we were discussing, I am going to discuss income and our income play, our Ascent Pro bonus. But I'll go in a little bit and tie it in with our accumulation play that we did last year, right? So you guys know how to market, when to market that accumulation, and then how you can roll that into an income play and market our Ascent Pro bonus. So let me get my screen shared, and then of course after that, I will also make sure to hop in and run a couple illustrations for PE and Ascent Pro bonus. Here we go. Sorry, my screen's a little different. Okay, from beginning. It's a little different when you do it from home. Okay. All right. All right, are you seeing someone in way better shape? We're on track? All right, that we are on. So yes, like I said, Grant Smith is my external partner. He's the guy with the boots on the ground, outdoor, really doing the travel. I do get to travel a little bit more than others, being an internal, strictly because of our relationship with WFG and everyone with you all. So, but I am here in the internal office. So again, that kind of helps us a little bit whenever we are really needing someone internally to get stuff done, because that building behind you is where I'm not at now, but most of the time I'm there. I just like to show this because it really shows the power of the numbers behind Athene, right? Shows you we're A+ ratings across the board. Sorry, A+ on twos, A's around that other one. I'd expect some of those to possibly change here recently too. But I want to bring up the employees, just because, I know earlier when I was discussing about maybe some stuff getting stuck in some processing times or whatnot. But the one thing I do want to say about that is you probably won't even necessarily need to use me as much, because we have hired in the past probably 18 months around an extra 400 to 500 employees, just so we can stay in front of processing times, because we know half of it's getting the money in, right? And then you guys want to have a good experience. And, if it's a good product, but you're not getting a good experience, that's a little tougher sell as well. But we listen. We actually outgrew that building behind there, and we actually had to get another building just to house our processing. So now we are literally issuing business faster than ever. Shouldn't have any hiccups, but if you do, like I said, me and Grant's email will be at the end of the slides, and feel free to take those down to get a hold of us if you do need any kind of ways to push that through. And again, I thought I just wanted to hit on, while we're talking about Athene, just a little bit of, just some of the awards and, some of our track record of innovation that we've done here. We've won Best Carrier of the Year, Hedging Team of the Year. We've been listed in Barron's and Forbes as Best Annuities. And, we've had a couple of other nice award winners from not just Best Carrier from the SPI and SRP. But again, we've even had the FIA and the Deal of the Year. So a lot of good track record of success that, whenever you are selling Athene, you're going to be able to sell your clients the best product out there possible, be it PE, which again, remember what Grant had on yesterday, accumulation, or when we're talking about income, which I'm going to hit on a little bit later here soon. But again, I guess proof's more in the numbers. I just want to say thank you to you all for keeping us as number one total annuities last year. That does include variable, which we don't even touch. We did do almost 36 billion last year, and of course, I always like to joke around. Goals never go backwards, right? You're always moving forward. So, of course, our goal went up. So, we're looking to help you guys get to wherever your goal is, and we're going to hit that thing at the same time. And just wanted to say that rolls into my next slide here is, with help, especially with our number one partner, WFG there, we were the number one total annuity sales in Q1, almost at 10 billion. So, and again, that is completely outside of any variable annuities. This is just straight fixed index that we're talking on. So again, thank you for all that you guys do. And I think, after a bunch of these trainings that we have, some of the people that are new here or potential clients, I think you'll see why we've been number one. But Grant and I, if anyone was on here last year, if you guys have seen these, but I just always like to hit on them again because we like to joke around. My wife's a big F1 fan, racing, and we actually went to the Vegas Grand Prix. Pretty cool. But, I always like to use that because, you can have a nice annuity, right? You can have a nice car, but what drives that, right? And the engine's what drives the car, and that is what our indexes play with annuities. You may have some of the, best bells and whistles on our annuity. If it doesn't perform, then you're not getting it, right? Well, we have, in my opinion, the best bells and whistles, and we also have proof in our top performing indexes that also show performance. So last year, we did have the number one and number two index, our top performing index in the industry, which was our NASDAQ Fast Convergence Index, which, a little sneak peek on that one, it just trades it trades hourly instead of daily. Most of them look at it one time a day. Our NASDAQ Fast Convergence and S&P, they look at it hourly. So they're going to automatically look at your clients, look at the volatility. If it's a little more volatile, they're going to put in more reserves. Less volatile, then we're going to try to get you more returns. But I really always like to bring these up because it really does show the true performance of how these work. And lastly, this is just a quick little overview of what all of our indexes did last year. And as you can see, number one and number two right up there, what I just kind of hit on. We have all of our powered indices that have some of our competitors out there too, that just really show in a bull market how our indices perform. And just want to hit on this, we did permanently increase commissions. On top of that, we do have a total production bonus as well, that if you guys, I don't have it on this slide, but if you guys hit $3 million, we're going to pay you, I want to say a little around $13,000 extra, just if you hit a total production mark of $3 million. You get to $5 million, even more. So, really the sky's the limit of what you all can do in 2024 and more. All right. So that was, kind of a quick hit on Athene. I know if you guys had listened to Grant yesterday, I didn't want to really stick on that too much in case you all had listened to it. But this is our income play. So if you remember last week when Grant was talking, we're talking about our accumulation play, right? So that would be more desirable for a client, let's say anywhere really before 59.5 per se, because as you all know, PE strictly for accumulation. Now you can issue it all the way up until 83. We see that all the time, but our accumulation play is all about growth, and growth. That's like what it's named for. Well, our Ascent Pro is really for that market that we see a lot. How many people out there have you talked to that are worried about Social Security being non-existent? Probably a lot of them out there. What about pensions? Those aren't there anymore. Well, what we are trying to do with this product is bridge that gap. So when I say that is, one of the top reasons a lot of people when they retire, what they don't want to miss out on is their quality of life. They don't want to change how they were living prior to retiring. If not, you would hope it'd be better. So with our Ascent Pro, this is where we can kind of fit that little niche there that we can get into them to help them retire better, not have to worry about anything, because we have our guaranteed income-based bonus right off the bat. And then it has a guaranteed 10% simple interest roll-up with some other features on here. But I will get into those more. But again, we are top 10 people here. I always like to kind of put these together. Me and Grant do. I was, maybe it dates me, but as a David Letterman fan, he always did the top 10s. But, right, number one, you get a 20% income-based bonus applied in day one, right off the bat. You get a 10% guaranteed simple interest roll-up. And that roll-up rate will continue for 20 years or until that income rider is turned on. And of course, we just increase our payout factors as well, which means once you turn that income on, the payout factors are higher, which means you get more income. Longer you defer, higher that payout factor goes. And the best part about this, of course, is longer you defer, of course, like I was saying, the payout factors do increase, but we also give you a liquidity option where you can get 10% penalty free right away in year one. So you can take that off the accumulated value while that benefit base grows or that income base grows. And you'll always have that. So if they happen to need a little liquidity and don't want to turn that income rider on, they have 10% penalty free available. And again, like I did mention, you have the income rider available right away, turned on within or after the first contract year, whenever you're ready. And then we have different income phases. And of course, we have our doublers and confinement illness waivers, but I will make sure to get into all of these a little bit more as I go. So just a quick little overview of what the Ascent Income Rider provides. Again, like I mentioned, it's income, right? That's the name of the game for this product. Performance Elite was accumulation to grow. Ascent Pro is strictly for income. You have different choice of payout options, and of course, then I'm going to hit on those enhanced features that I discussed earlier about the confinement and terminal illness waiver. But here are your two options to choose when you do purchase an Ascent Pro bonus. So you have option one, which I hit on earlier, and the reason I hit on that first in option one, we do see it a little bit more. You get a guaranteed 20% bonus right off the bat, day one, and you get a guaranteed 10% simple interest roll-up for the first 10 years. So that 10% is for the first 10 years, because remember it's an Ascent Pro 10, which means that's how long we have you in the contract for. So after that, in years 11 through 20, obviously the client's free to do what they please. They haven't turned it on, or they could turn it on or even defer longer, and they're still going to get it grown by 6%. Or you have option 2. You're probably wondering, why is that bonus a little bit smaller than option 1? Why is the simple interest a little bit smaller? And of course, what is that 200% stacking percentage? Well, option 2 is our guaranteed growth plus interest credits, which means, remember how I was talking about some of those indices earlier, the NASDAQ and the S&P, fast convergence? Well, an example of how this works on option 2, your index grows 10%. Well, guess what 200% of 10% is? That's 20%, right? You're getting pretty much double of whatever the index performs added on to your income-based bonus. So on top of getting the 5%, you also get that 200% stacking percentage. And, you're probably thinking, well, when would I choose option 1? And when maybe would I refer option 2 to a client? I always say, option 1 is someone who may be ready to take income in years 1 through 5. Option 1 is the planner, right? You know exactly what you're getting. You're going to get the 20% bonus off the bat. You're getting 10% guaranteed simple interest, so you can know exactly how long you need to hold the income, or you need to hold off until taking income until you know exactly what you're getting. For option 2, it is a little bit different. I'd say that may be better for someone that is able to defer a little longer, maybe 5 to 10 years in that little time period, because like I mentioned, whatever the index returns, you're getting double that, right? So you can have 1, 2, 3 good years, and you're going to make some pretty good gains if you have some pretty good returns, and make up for any of that other 5% simple interest you may be thinking of not seeing. And here are our new payout factors. I do like to bring these up because, a lot of times some people do like to see the bonuses right off the bat. They are the shiny object, right? Well, a lot of people don't ever really realize about the payout factors. The payout factors really are what drive whenever you start taking that income of the percentage of what they're going to be getting out each year. And I know you may see it in 5-year increments there, 55, 60, 65, and so on. But please note, those do go up 10 basis points or 0.10% each year. So they don't stick from 55 to 60 at 5.05. Really, 56 will be like 5.15 and so on. And, I want to talk about our enhanced income benefit on this. So this is a unique feature of our product. If your client does happen, to get to, I didn't mean to get out there. Sorry about that. If your client does get confined into a qualified care facility, at that time, we're probably aware, hey, that's when they're probably going to need the money the most. Well, then what we'll do is we're going to double those income payments that they when they decide to turn it on, and we're going to do that for at least 5 years. Now, remember, they got to meet these stipulations, which is got to be enforced for a year, can't be confined at issue, riders in the income phase, and of course, be confined to a qualified care facility for at least 180 of the last 250 days. Then, if they meet that, that's kind of our long-term care type rider that we have on it right now, then we'll pay that doubler for at least 5 years. And once those 5 years are done, it doesn't go away. It just goes back to the original payment. But, and I get asked this a lot too, is a long-term, I know sometimes we get asked about 2 of the 6 or 7 ADLs. We are looking to get into that. We haven't been able to get into it yet. Not sure when that is on the roadmap, but I know sometimes when we discuss these enhanced income benefits, they are a lot like them long-term care riders. We're not into that yet, but this is what we have to offer now. And I always want to show this one. Most of the time, all of our products are A-OK for the same ages in every state, except but New York. But if anyone's in Indiana, that's the only state where they do cut off the issue age at 74. Other than that, this product is available to any and all of your clients from 35 to 80. And I know we're going to get into more of the illustration software soon, but I just wanted to show you a little bit of an illustration that I ran earlier, that we've ran. So, just wanted to throw in here a quick snapshot of how the power of these indices work and of the income base works with our income payout factors. So with this one, as you can see, remember we got the 20% bonus right off the bat. Makes it at 300,000, and then if they happen to start taking income, you're getting the 6.2% payout factor, where that client is going to be guaranteed almost around a little over 18.5 for the remainder of their life. And of course, as you can see, the longer you defer, the more it's growing, right? So the longer you defer, the more you're going to get paid. The payout factor is going to increase. And then, of course, that guaranteed lifetime income is going to increase. And the other good thing you got to see, on the right side, it does show that income doubler. So if they did get confined, they're going to get double the payments. That was, my real quick pitch on our Ascent Pro. I know I wanted to hop in and again, I wanted to make sure you guys all got our email addresses there. But, again, remember how we talked about with Grant earlier or last week, PE accumulation. We see a lot of those on replacements, getting someone out of a product that maybe has been losing, not accumulating. Use those premium bonuses, get them into an accumulation product, have it grow. Then what you can do later on is say, hey, now that you have your accumulation, where you want it, how about let's set you up for income for life, where now you can bridge that gap between the non-existent pensions, pretty much Social Security going away, and now they're going to have this guaranteed income for life that I was hitting on right here. And of course, okay to open up for questions now, but I'd also, like I said, I wanted to set some time around to go over and run some examples of an illustration from our Performance Elite or Ascent Pro.
Right.
Hi, team. Thank you, Zach. But yes, we're opening our, call for any question. And I know Athene is raising her hand. Go ahead, Athene.
Yeah. If I could ask, I have a specific client, the age and how much, and if you could run a quick illustration for me so I can sell or I can point to her the highlights of this product.
Yeah,
so
let's do it.
If she's a 61-year-old female, let's say she'll have like a 300,000 money to put on.
And what state? What state are we looking? Nevada. Because what I'm going to do while we're doing it, why don't I just run this for you right now? Then I can email it to you. Okay. And you want the Ascent Pro bonus, right? The income.
Yes.
Okay.
And then she's planning still to work until she's age 66.
And how old is she now?
She's 61.
Okay.
5 years.
Trigger the income until she's age 66.
All right. So here I am right here. Just a quick overview of the illustration software. Are you guys kind of familiar with this out on Athene Connect where you can locate it?
No, we haven't seen that. We're used to the AMS.
Oh, okay. So
is it the same?
A lot of them is. I know AMS this is my direct illustration software that we have at Athene. So where you'd go to this, here, let me open it up in a new tab.
Yeah. Maybe
so you would
send the link
in
the chat.
Yeah, I could do absolutely. So you would go to because you all have your Athene Connect logins, right, where you can track your business and everything.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So where you would find it is you would go to Sales and Service Tours. It'll be up there, and it's just Illustration Center. And then you just click on that, and that will take you right to where I'm at. And the good thing about it is, I kind of went on the whole vague center, but wherever you're located at, if you're in Nevada, if I'm in Iowa, if I'm logged in with me, it's going to automatically put you in that state and keep everything saved for you. So it's a pretty unique thing. But yeah, I'll make sure and send that out for you guys. What I was going to do is get out to you guys a brochure of Ascent Pro product guide, and I'll make sure to send that link to and stuff. But yeah, Fee, and did you say your name was Fee? I apologize, I didn't hear it. But yeah, I want to help you with this. Okay, yeah, and is it qualified?
Thank you. Yes, it's qualified.
All right, so this would be at the start. You're just kind of getting everything here, the client, and then let's go to policy details. You see here, so this is where we're going to input the premium. If you want me to use as an example, do you have a premium? 300?
300,000, yeah.
All right, so this is where we're going to go into the indices that I was talking about, the indexes that you would want to choose to put your client in. I can kind of put you in a blend that we see kind of popular right now. You know, it is a little bit, it is our BMP, NASDAQ, and S&P. Those are just some of our 3 more performing indices we've had. Of course, I love all of our partners. But, you know, I can throw you in those, or I can put you in anything else. But, of course, I know with this product, the driver is the income, right, that we're going to be taking. Okay. So I'll just put, like, here, let's just put 20. And then I'll do, here we go. And then so when you're here, remember I was talking about option 1 and 2, right? Where option 1, you get the guarantee, where you can plan. Is that kind of where you want the guaranteed 10% roll up? You know exactly how to plan on. Is that the kind of the option you were wanting there?
Yeah, with the option 1, if it's which is the best one? Is it a level income?
Yeah, the level's not
earning index.
Yeah, the level is the one I was hitting on earlier. You have a higher payout factor,
at the beginning.
And it's more, yeah, and then you get and you know exactly how much you're getting guaranteed for the remainder of life. So the other ones are a little based off of how the indices perform. You know, you're going to start with a lower payout factor, but of course they could increase. We do see level a little bit more, but I'm open to run whichever one you would wish.
So for her age, what's level income is a better recommendation rather than the other option. Is that what it is?
Yeah, level is what, that's how most of our, of course, option 1's our most popular, levels are most popular. You have our inflation adjusted, starts a lot lower. It just follows the CPI, the inflation. And then the earnings index works how option 2 does, where it means whatever the index performs, you're going to get a little extra on it. But level is the one where if it says you're getting 10,500 in year 1, you're knowing you're getting that for the remainder of your life, no matter what. And you don't have to worry. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Excuse me. All right. So once you select your riders, we're going to hop in here to withdrawals. So this is when, by the way, whenever you're in here, it's always going to be at the top. It's going to say enforce required minimum distribution. The reason it's hit that is because we elected a qualified account, right? Yeah. As we all know, Uncle Sam wants his money. So they make us start taking money out at a certain age. So the only reason it elects that is just saying, hey, if you don't put anything, we're going to just show RMDs taken out. You can unelect that. And I think since we are going to be turning income on at 66, that's what we could do. And you would always want to check maximum lifetime income because that's going to be the max you're getting. This will automatically solve for you. As you can see over here, it's already adding to you right now what they're going to be guaranteed if they took in year 1, 20,520. That would be their 10%, but then the guaranteed income right down here, is a 2520. But you said she was wanting to turn on at 66. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So sometimes I'm not doing it. So
that's the plan. But if in case she doesn't need the money, she can just keeping it there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then the interest or roll up will go up higher.
Exactly. So what I'm going to do, if you knew someone that knew exactly the time they wanted, I could express it. But the cool thing about our Ascent Pro is on the front page, which I'm going to show you, it's going to show you each year, like in my example on my slide, it showed you if you took it out in the first year, it'd be 18,600. You wait another year, it's going to be this year. So that will show your client whatever year they turn it on, that's going to be their guaranteed income. So it's just generating right now. So this is how it's going to pop up. Boom, right there, right? So right on this front page, remember, it's going to give you all of your information. We put 300,000 in. Remember, we got a 20% bonus. Remember, day one, now we're at 360,000.
Okay.
Now again, remember, it's getting the 10% simple interest roll up off the premium. So that means 10% of 300,000, you're getting 30,000 a year. So you can see you're getting this guaranteed growth no matter what. So your client puts in 300,000, they elect to turn it on after year 4, or maybe after year 5 when they turn 66. That 300,000 is now grown to 510,000. They turn on income. Look at that. I can guarantee them almost 32,000 a year for the remainder of their life. And if they happen to get confined later on in life, they turn that on right now. Well, if they ever happen to get confined, I'm going to pay them around 64,000 for 5 years. Guaranteed. Okay. And this is all lifetime income. So, that's the front page. So as you go down, I just want to show you guys this. You're going to have your client information right here. Remember, I'm going to show you the allocations I put you in right here. And this is going to be a nice snapshot of the additional benefits. I will say, I should have hit on this earlier, and I apologize I didn't. There's a 1% rider charge just because we're giving you the, everything to it. We got to charge a little bit for it, but not much. But that shows you the income-based bonus, the option 1 you chose. And as you go down, now you're going to go ahead and go in here. This is the one I always like to show because this shows right now the power of the indexes of how they're returning. So they decide to turn on income right away. Again, like I said, they're getting 20,000. Income-based depletes. Well, guess what? Since it's lifetime income, I'm guaranteeing you that if you turn it on in year 1, you're at least getting 25. But like I mentioned up here earlier, if they do defer until they are 66, that 2520 is now going to get you around 31,875.
Okay. My question again is, if this client you said the enhanced benefit has to be confined in a facility. The facility has to be in the U.S.?
It does, yeah. It would have to be a qualified U.S. facility, yeah, just from the regulations.
Okay. So just say, for example, my client got stroke or got confined somewhere else in the Philippines, she cannot get that enhanced benefit because it's not in the U.S.
Unfortunately, no. It does have to be, part of the stipulation. It would have to be a U.S. confined qualified facility. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you want me to save this and get it over to you guys?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, please. I appreciate it.
No problem. I will put this over here. I'll make sure and send it over here after. Do you guys, I know we talked about I know that was our Ascent Pro. Do you want me, I know I have a good 8 minutes left or so. Do you want me to do a Performance Elite? Or I think we were talking about maybe you guys weren't able to hit on that from our accumulation side. Do you want me to do one of those?
Hey, Zach, just one quick question, bro.
Yeah.
The doubler will it include the Republic of California?
Dang, you guys are hitting on some good questions. California is one of the states that does not allow it. Unfortunately, I know that is one that, and that's just a state. That's every carrier for the most part that I know. I know I was at an event earlier, one of the Champions Bowls out, for WFG as out there, and Washington recently switched. And I know there's a lot of heavy people, big names around the annuity industry trying to maybe get that turned. I don't know where it is, but I know Washington changed their stance. California is the next stance we're hoping to change, but unfortunately, it is not available in California.
At least for Athene.
Yeah, at least for us on that. I know, like I remember when I was out there with Global Atlantic and a few others, there were a big caveat on it too, trying to get it changed. I know it may be a comfortable, how they're feeling on it. I think then we have to go all get refile all of our products in California to get them through there. But again, like I mentioned earlier, I don't know if that's maybe what they're looking on doing, the LTC that we're looking at doing of 2 of the 6 ADLs. If they get that, we're not in there yet. But, a lot of this is just kind of hopefully on the roadmap.
Okay, and a follow-up question real quick is, do these products accept non-qualified money?
Oh, yeah. Non-qualified or qualified, man. We'll accept it all.
So
and Rod.
How will tax be treated for non-qualified, like for example, Performance Elite or Ascent? So we put in money coming from the bank, so that's non-qualified, 300K. So how familiar are you with if there's a tax question coming from our clients?
Yeah, I mean, I know enough of it. I'm not a tax advisor. I just want to make that out there. But I can tell you, non-qualified, the way it works is everything was taxed prior, right? So we're not going to tax you again on that. So let's say you put $300,000 in. That was your cost basis, what the tax teams like to call it. So the $300,000 you got taxed on prior.
Yes.
So we're not going to tax you on that. You're only going to get taxed on gain. So that 10% simple interest, if you do income, that, that example I was talking about, how, for fee, when she put in the client's 300,000, it grew all the way to 500. Unfortunately, that first that 200,000 will be taxable. After that, nothing's taxable because you've already been taxed on it.
Yeah, that's kind of easy to understand for growth, like Performance Elite, but on the year 1 for Ascent, the client immediately turned on the income after 30 days. So, and everything is non-qualified. So when would be the Uncle Sam tax would come in during those income every month?
So in that example, it would be, let's say, I pulled it back over here.
Yes,
remember,
good example.
So you put in 300,000. Let's say, let's say they turn it on year 1, right? And they have 306. So they have 60,000 of interest applied to it.
Yes.
So really, you're looking at the first 3 years are going to be taxed because you're getting 25/20. So a little under, pretty much the first 2 payments are going to be 100% tax. Then that next payment is only going to be taxed whatever it gets to 360. Then whatever that extra 2,000 would not be taxed, if that helps. Because remember, you're taking out after 3 years, pretty much you're taking out 61,560, where you're only going to be taxed on 60,000.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first 2 years, 100% tax. The final year would get taxed like about $19,000, and that extra 1,520. Because remember, you're getting 20,520. That would get taxed, but none of the other stuff would. And then after that, you're tax free, man.
So it won't be prorated. And this setup here is not specifically for Athene, but annuity in general for lifetime income.
Annuity in general, of course. Exactly. Yep. Right. They're, of course, I always just got to pull the caveat that, always run through a tax advisor. But of course, that is exactly how we are taught on it from a tax perspective. You put in the cost basis. You've already been taxed on it. You're only going to get taxed whatever the interest is above that that cost basis.
Even if there's a possibility that you will get more than 300K of your principal.
Correct. Now, after that, I do know that they come into it. It gets a little bit different because that gets into our extended lifetime income phase. I would have to get a little more information on that. Of course, if you outlive your payments and you do get into the lifetime, like I was using here, let's just show it an example.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. So let's say, all right, you took out, again, we're just doing the clean 25/20, right? That's what you're taking out.
Yes.
Your income base at this time would be depleted. So remember, once you hit pretty much here in year 3, remember, you're now all this is going to grow tax. You're not going to get taxed on. Now once you hit 0, and we're still paying you the 2520, well, now that could be still taxed. I'd have to get a little more information in it, because technically that's still interest you're getting earned on no principal. And of course, as we know with IRS and Uncle Sam, they're going to try to figure out a way to get any kind of tax. So pretty much in this example, you're going to get taxed 2 years, a little bit in the third, and then it's going to grow. Then you're going to you're not going to get taxed on any of these disbursements that go out. But then once they're 79, then this 2520 would get taxed a little bit more. I don't know if it'd be on, it would just straight be an income tax, but they would have to get a little bit tax on that, because technically that is interest earnings to them.
All right. Sounds
Yep.
Sounds clear. Very clear. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, good question. I'm glad we got these examples.
Another question, since you mentioned that California is not included, what if the account was open when the client's still in Nevada, and then 2 years after she got confined and she triggered the income? Will she be able to get the enhanced benefit while she's in California?
I know whenever they open it, so I do believe yes, because the contract stipulations of where you open it, it doesn't necessarily say where you're confined, because when you're opening it, again, everything is state regulated of where you are signing it and opening it in that state. I will be 100% honest with you. I don't know that right off the top of my head. That's a really good question. I believe since the contract was signed and opened up in Nevada, where it is okay, then yes, that stipulation would still apply. But I will ask our tax team and our product team to get a little more info on that. That's a really good question. So I apologize. I don't know that right off the bat, but I think so. But I'll confirm for us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Dan from Long Beach. My question is with the. I'm here. My question is regarding with the 5-year maximum enhancement with our product. If we only have 200 left and we're getting around 6,000 a year, we're only going to get like 60,000 a year. We're only going to get like whatever's left, right? So once that the funds that we have is depleted, we're gonna go back to the regular lifetime income, right?
It would go to the single payment. Yeah, if that happened to go on that, if it happened to, at least it'll be 5 years. That's the max we'll do. Even if it does go into, let's say, like this example here I was looking on, let's say they end up turning on here. Let's actually be better to go up here since we can see the enhanced income benefit. So let's say we're, technically we knew at age 70 some, if they didn't turn it on. No, I mean, if they happen to go, remember it has to be in the accumulation phase. So you can't be really necessarily earning income, taking income and then turn on the income doubler. You have to be in the accumulation phase. Then it starts. Then you can turn it on to kind of get, But your example, if it happened to be and it went for 5 years and it happened to deplete it to 0, you would still get it for the full 5 years. Then it would go back to the single payment like you were talking.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
We still have 5 minutes.
Yeah. Any other questions?
One more question.
Yeah.
If the client, like on the second year, trigger yet, and then she died, the beneficiary will get the principal, right? Not the income base.
Exactly right. So with this one, I'm just going to go down to this other area that can kind of show it again. The annual assumed interest rate 0%. Reason why we say that, zeros are here. You can't do worse than 0%. But again, you're getting the guaranteed income base. But you are correct. So again, we're assuming they took income year one, right? Let's just say, you know what? They wanted income right off the bat. They're okay with 20,520. They take it out, let's say, until 65. So here we are. Unfortunately, this is the time they pass away. They had taken 82,000. Of course, their income base is going to be a little bit more because remember, you get the 10% guaranteed.
Yeah.
But so what the beneficiary would get the accumulated value. So they would get this as the lump sum to take out. They wouldn't be able to take out the income base, but they'd get that premium that, any interest accrued at the time, so that's why it's kind of neat. If you don't mind, I want to come down here and use the same example because shows how our indexes work. So remember how I allocated? That's why even if you're an income product, sometimes, I always think allocations are still very important because, like you're mentioning, death benefit comes into play. So this is a back-tested review of the indexes I chose. As you can see, grow pretty good, get some really big, strong years. So again, using the same example we took, they took out 20,000, they turned it on in year one. Let's say at age 65, they pass away. Well, again, I'm sorry, we did it 82. So at into 65, they pass away. They've taken out 82,000 in lifetime withdrawals. Well, excuse me, I'm sorry. Because of how the indexes are performed, now the client's actually going to walk away with 299,268 because remember, you're taking income off, but also the way the indexes are performing, the engines that drive these, your accumulation, your AV is still going to grow, and then your clients or your beneficiaries are going to have a nice death benefit to go to.
A follow-up on that, is there a option for the beneficiary to leave it there and let the money grow, or they have to? It's a mandatory; they have to take it out.
No, actually, really good question because if the spouse is the primary beneficiary, what can happen is they can spousally assume it, which means they can take over the contract. Now, if they didn't turn on income, let's say they never turned on income, now everything switches to that beneficiary's age, that spouse's age. So now payoff factors be a little different. But let's say the client did turn on income. They're like, you know what? They turned on income. The client is using that for him or her and their spouse to live. Well, now the client can either take this lump sum, like we were saying over here, take this lump sum of $299, or if they wanted to, they could continue taking this as a lifetime payment. Not as a lifetime, I'm sorry, as a payment. Only problem is, remember, it was based off that spouse's life. So when they took it on, it's off their lifetime. So it would only pay out until it reaches zero. But if you look at this, if they did decide to take that payment, continue that income payment, they're actually going to get out an extra 100, almost 100,000 more than if they took the lump sum. So we give them options. Take the AV, or if they've already been taking the income payments, if your spouse is a beneficiary, you can continue those income payments until the income base hits zero and not like a lifetime payment if it was based on that client's life. So you got options.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, good questions. It's been good.
Okay. Do we have any other teammates who have questions? We have 7 more minutes. But thank you, Ate Fe. I'm expecting to have a 10 rollovers from you, Ate Fe.
Me too.
Very helpful because most of my clients ask me that, and I have a hard time explaining it. That's why it took a few months before they said yes.
Don't you worry. And you can always, and again, I just wanted to make sure to, and again, I know we were talking about hitting on a P. I can always hop on another training. And if we want to dig on some more of the PE, want to do one of our other solutions, our agility product. That's really the other one that we use. You guys may be familiar with it. I like to call it our Swiss Army knife. Has a little bit of everything for everyone. But I'd be happy to hop on another one for you guys. But I just wanted, before I end it here, just make sure to get Grant and I's email addresses there, and then I wanted to put our sales desk in the chat too. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Just so you can always reach out to myself, or you can reach out to our sales desk if I'm on the phone. So you can give us a call anytime. I'll have to stop sharing. I apologize to try to send this. All right, chat, where's that at? Well, I don't know. Oh, there we are. All right. So Z Brown at Athene.com. 888 annuity or 888 266 8489. That's our sales desk. And let me put my direct line in here too. And then Zach Brown. There you go. Got my contact information. Let me know if you guys need anything at all. And again, I know I appreciate the time to get in front of y'all, and thanks for letting us us as Athene get in front of y'all and be here. We appreciate all you guys do. And again, give me an email. Again, I may be on the phone. We're kind of on the phone a lot, but I'll call you right back, or if not, I'll prompt you right to our sales desk. I know I'm probably biased, but I think we have the best sales desk on the team or out there in the carrier ship, so they can help you out too. But I'm always open if I'm available to help you guys out. I am your wholesaler. I'm your team here at Athene, me and Grant. So
awesome, Zach. Your number is saved up, so
all right.
you can call Zach anytime, okay, for help. And to close the session, there's only 3 things that really hit me. Number 1 is the LTC in California. So if I were you, let's move to Nevada. Joke.
Yeah.
Second is we've learned a lot from tax consequences. Okay. Thank you, Sol, for the question. And of course, 3. Okay, guys, we have to be excited because we have a program or plan that will have a lifetime income, meaning we will not gonna outlive our hard-earned money. And that is for our clients or potential clients who's on. We have guests, and I just wanna say hi to Wida, shout out to Ati Estrelita. We'll see you soon, and if you have any more questions, please contact your MD or SMD or trainers. Okay, and thank you, Zach, for your time, and we'll see you soon.
Hey, thank you. And if anyone's out in Vegas, out here lately, I'll be out there. So if you guys are there, come by the AMS Athene tent, or we'll be there. So if you guys are out there, hopefully we'll see y'all.
Awesome.
So, all right. Have a good one.
Thank you. But 2 minutes for the teammates, just for an announcement. Thank you, Zach.
Thank you.
Just for 2 minutes. We have 3 more minutes, and just announcements. Can you guys see my screen? Okay, this will be this coming Saturday, and I want to invite everyone to attend, please. Okay, we will learn about ethics, we will learn about compliances, and in the afternoon, we will learn products. So please contact your MD, SMDs trainers, to reserve for tickets. And Mama Mary will provide a good food, so please come and join. Then last is our next meeting. Next Monday, we will have our hybrid LTC training by One America. So please save the date, and that's all for now. Again, if you have any suggest or any request for product training, please let us know so we can, research and we can prepare. And 2 minutes, our EVC, do you have anything to say to us? Please unmute your line.
That's the longest 2 minutes. It never, it did not end. But yes, of course, Saturday we're expecting those who are serious. This is our Super Saturday slash Trainer Academy slash Train the Trainer slash mid-year event. This is our third year in a row. And like what Lizelle said, this is for the serious ones. We're not gonna, this is a closed door meeting, closed door training exclusively for elite team. We're not gonna be doing any Zoom or anything like that. So unless you're serious, drive here, fly here, take a train here, whatever it takes to come here. It's 8 o'clock we start. Actually, I changed that time there. 8 o'clock is the Mozone and registration, and 9 o'clock we start all the way to 5. Okay, and yeah, we'll see you Saturday here. That's it. Oh, by the way, we only have 2 more weeks for our GX. We only have 4 qualifiers for that top of the world dinner. So we still have 2 weeks. Fight for that. Okay? All right. Back to you, Lisa.